the previous little video I showed you how to mend a small hole and or a little tear, and now I'm going to show you how to fix a bigger hole. So when you're missing a bit of net like this, to get your patch, to make it nice and easy, what you do is just make sure you've got square edges. So we're going to just do a square patch, so make sure your points line up like that. And when you get to the edge of your hole, which in this case we'll go one more cut there, you cut down as well and make sure that that's all square as well, like so, and get to the bottom of your hole and make sure you cut along from there as well. And keep cutting across to keep that nice and even also. So, let's see that one there, right, that's got to all be points too, so just cut that down and trim it up. When you get to each corner, they should all be points. Two-legged knots. Each knot there has two legs, two legs, two legs, two legs, two legs, two legs. It's not the same as a normal repair where you start with a three-legged knot. When you're doing a patch, it's a two-legged knot. So it's about the only exception to the rule I know of. So what we do with the patch is we grab a bit more net, which should be around about enough. Now, I'm just going to start, so that's going to fit back in there, sort of like that. So the way I'm going to start is always tie onto, make sure that you've got corners, a point there, and points running down that side. So tie onto that one. Now, the one that you go to is not the one that's right on the corner, but the next one. So we just tie to there, about the right length through and back through. Now, I'm not going to tie double knots on this one because it's bulky string and it's only, you've already seen how to do the knot. This is just to show you how to go about where you're doing it. Now, when you've done that first one, I like to spin it around towards me. I can sew a lot quicker this way. Normally I use something like a hook, put it through the net, and then I'm going to just go from side to side to side. And with my repairs, by pulling it alongside the mesh and holding the other two knots together like that, you can see how long that mesh needs to be. Go like that, and then we go back to this side here. Again, we hold the first one there slip because I'm only doing single knots, but anyway, the second one, like so, then back to that side, like so, and that side. And when you get to the end here, it's really important that you don't keep going from there back to there, because if you put too much in, you're going to end up having to cut more out or undo your work. So what I'd say if you're just sort of starting is, if you've got a little bit of line and ran it on your last one and sat it there like that until you got to it, then you know you're not going to go too far in your mend. So for the purposes of this, we're on that side, we'll go back to there, and then over here, and when you get to that last one on the corner, it's actually going to come down to there. See how that makes its nice little square, like that. And then we have to go back to this part. So the patch here, we cut that off. The last one that you tied to there, the top top of it. You're now going to use the knot on the side of that one, so that needs to be cut there, and then down that row. Right, and then of course I find it much easier to remove the hook, move the net around to the right angle, put the hook back through the net, and now we're just doing the same thing again. We go down that side, tie it alongside the knot, then the two knots together, then you know that one's right, and off we go down the net, side to side. Again, keeping an eye on when you get to the bottom, because you don't want to go too far. So, okay, looks like I've just about run out of line, so I'll just quickly put a little bit more line on. One more to go to here, and then that's the last one there, and we're going across again. So that one, into that one, and then that one's going to go to that corner. So that one there is the last mesh that we tied to by the top, so we're going to then cut that one along there. Okay, we're that way, so again, just spin the net around. Take another bite with the hook. And now we're going down again, so straight back over to that side. Side, and I've got 1, 2 left on there, so one, that's got us at the corner again, so we're going to that one there to make our square. We don't need to trim the patch down there because it's the right length. And again, just change that hook around and come from over this angle. So we go back to the, now this spot, this seam or this edge of this net is interesting because there's no knots to tie around. And what I previously showed was tying around the existing knots. This one without a knot requires a different type of knot, which I've always known as the maker's knot. And to do that, you put the line across next to it, and you go down between the two, then back over your line and under the mesh and back through yours again. What that does is it grabs a little loop, which you might see there, the black loop coming through the net, so that will stop your knot sliding up or down. And when you're doing this with monofilament, doing your cast net, you put a second knot on that. You know, this is fairly bulky mesh, so you can see it a bit easier. So that's what we do going down that side. On this side where there's no knots. This one where there's a knot, that's easy. You Just go around, and really all you are doing is tying a knot around that knot so that it won't go anywhere. This side, again, hold the line next to it, run the needle between the two, go over your line, under the mesh and over your other side, and just pull that through, and there you have that locking type knot. And we need one more of those there. There we are at the corner again, so we go to that one there. And here we are at the start, or strangely enough, a three-legged knot there, which is the knot you finish on to complete the patch. So just go up through that one, and around, and back through. Cut it off. And that there, which was a bit of a sizable hole a moment ago, is now a, well, it's almost like new net again. Not a particularly large hole, but you will get a neater mend if you use extra mesh and put it in and make a patch than if you try and keep putting meshes in row by row. You can do it, and some people can do it very neatly, but this is a faster and generally a better looking alternative to trying to do it that way. So that's it for mending patches, larger holes. Next time will be how to start making a net.